What a beautiful day for a bit of tractor driving. Now it has been quite a while since I've spent a day in a tractor, so I'm looking forward to this. Tractor's a bit cold. Right, I'm going to go pick up the trailer. Today we're going to heave out one side of our dairy shed, get the dung out, put some fresh bedding in. Tomorrow we'll try and do the other side, and that'll be them cleaned out in enough time before TV testing and then carving, because we're not going to have time to do it any other time. It needs doing, the gates are all half buried. I'll find myself a trailer, get started. Fencerfield has also got a trailer going, so there'll be two of us, so hopefully we'll clear it away fairly quick. And the plan is to take it straight down to one of our other sites where we tip it, to save just putting it in the midden and then having to take it away another time. We're just going to take it straight away. Trailer acquired, plug in some pipes. Right, first load tipped, just behind me here. God, what a day! What a day to be alive. So this pad is where we are tipping the dung. We did have a big load of stone, as you can see with a different colour floor there, but that's now being used. So we've got this enormous space where we can tip dung to our heart's content. What we'll do is we'll tip an entire line across, or maybe even two lines, and then we'll have to come and push it up a bit. So it's like that. I just thought this is an opportunity to come and get a really good thumbnail. I'll shut the door though. Right, we go back and get another load. Right, here we are. Shed location. We've moved a fair bit of this shed already. Phil's on his 4th load. I'm on my 3rd. We've got probably over half the shed out. Takes longer obviously doing all the bits around the edge, but what we'll do now is we'll try and get this gate open, and I can take that post out, and then in a minute when Phil comes back there'll be a nice easy bit here. Oh, that was easy. If I can get that post out, there'll be a big bit here for Phil to get at as well. Phil's one of those top blokes. He never stops here for lunch. He'll have his lunch whilst he's going, and he sort of just goes and does his own thing. So if you ask him to muck out a shed today, he'll just set to mucking out a shed. He'll never stop and try and do anything else. He's the sort of bloke you want around. We've actually noticed that he's gone part-time the last 12 months or so. He does all the fencing, all the jobs that no one else really wants to do, and yeah, hell of a bloke. Gets a lot of work done very quietly, and we'd really miss him if he wanted it. Don't think I'm going to move this one. Chain job, that one. I'll have to get a chain for that post, but I'll load myself up first. There is a lot of dung here. I mean, I'm now stood on the concrete, bucket's on the floor, and it's half buried. Hell of a heap. This will take a bit more shifting. What I'll do is I'll load up my trailer, and when it's full I'll start taking some of the stuff around the sides. That way me and Phil don't meet on the road. It's only a single lane to where we're tipping, so that avoids any hard reversing manoeuvres or meeting in the wrong place or whatever. I wait here until he's back, and then I go, and then he fills up his load, and I tend to be able to get back before he's left. It works well. The reason that we are now tipping dung on the pad that we are is we've had a bit of a change around with silage ground and grazing ground the last 12 months. Historically, we would take, I'll say historically, the first 3 years I worked here, we took silage from our far away ground. It's about 6 or 7 miles away, and then we grazed a lot more for cows round at home. And then last year, John decided he'd like to take a lot of the cows away, silage a lot of the ground at home, and it works brilliantly. One, because when we're silaging, it makes the days a lot shorter. We can get more done a lot quicker. We're not travelling on as many back roads, single lane like roads where we're at risk of meeting each other all the time. And also, it's very good for the ground to switch it up a bit. So the ground away, we used to spend ages taking dung up there, and then having to go up there and spread it. Because if you send the cows up there, they sort of do the job for you. We do still take a degree of dung up there. That was tight. To spread, we've got some arable ground up there. And also we do like to spread a bit on the grass ground, but nothing to the extent that we were. Obviously tipping on this pad here, an awful lot closer. I mean, a round trip from leaving the farm to getting back empty is about 15 minutes. So with two of us going, we can empty the shed really, really quick. It's also a lot better for the cows because they're shut on the concrete whilst we're emptying it. The quicker we can get the shed emptied and rebedded and let them back into their bedded area, the better for them. The other plus point for doing it this way is by taking it straight out. It means we don't have the double hander there. We're not taking it down to the midden to then take away at a later date. We could never empty the shed in one day, taking it to the away ground. It's just too far away. It's about an hour for a round trip. It just doesn't work. So we used to then take it down to the midden, which was fine. That did the shed quickly, but then we were left with having to move the dung at a later date, you know, for a second time. Yeah, I'm all in favour of this being a very, very good way of doing it. What we did last year was we took first cut of silage and then laid up whatever we wanted to take for second cut, and then we got one of our local contractors in, Thomas Robinson, with his gang of spreaders. He's got 3 Bunning rear discharge spreaders to come and spread it all for us. They did it all in an afternoon. It just works out all round the best way of doing it. So we're setting up to do the same again. The cows are going to go to slightly different places this year. We would still usually take our heifers over where we're taking this dung. They're actually going to go to a different part of the farm this year, to a bit of better quality grass, and put some cows where the heifers normally go. Right, it is dinner time for me. Phil doesn't stop and have his dinner with us. I mean, he's more than welcome to, he just never does. He just likes to carry on, he eats as he goes. Which is brilliant because we get so much done when Phil is involved. Something else that's here to show you. Look at this. Corvus, which we've had on the farm before, but this is the electric version. I've not actually had a go in it yet. We might get a little run in it later. I think very, very similar from the diesel version we had on the farm. Massive cab, really nice in there, huge big cab. Good payload bed as well, decent tyres. But yeah, this is an EX4, so this is an electric version. Obviously continuing looking into electric vehicles. Potential replacement for Rex's buggy. I'll have a look at that later on.
It's almost like fabrication.
John's fixing my mess from this morning. This morning when I was scraping out, this wing of the scraper decided to let go. You welded up that side back along, didn't you?
I did.
So now you're welding up that side.
But this time, I've dropped him on the floor.
Oh, so he's level?
So he's level.
Yes.
Rather than leaving a gap there.
Because we welded up this side and then there was like a... He wasn't quite square, was he?
No.
Can't go wrong now though.
All I did was cut that joint out there.
Put him on top.
Weld him on top.
Yeah. Myself and Bowman here just getting rid of the gates. We'll get them out of the way. We're going to wall here so that when Phil comes back in a minute, he's got one little pile there, and then he's probably got 2 loads at the back of the shed there. We'll also bring that gate and the post over here, just clean up all the edges a bit. It makes it a lot easier for Phil. He ain't got to worry about navigating the gates whilst we're having our lunch. I'll let John clear that bit and we'll lift that post out and we'll be getting something then. Today is Monday. Tomorrow it's only going to be me and Spencer here, well Shepherd's here as well actually. John, Bruce and Mel are interviewing for the new job. The Grice is showing the people around who are interviewing. And then we're off to Lammer on Wednesday, so tomorrow we'll hopefully try and clean out the other side and then get a whole load of feeding done tomorrow night so that Wednesday there ain't no feeding here to be done. You guys can just carry on whilst me and John are away. Well, that's the plan anyway. We are getting on fairly well here now. Got a little bit in the corner here to pick up, a little bit down the end. I'm going to try and clean up all this stuff here in a minute. I reckon all of this will probably go in one trailer. So we'll try and get it all pulled out off the side and cleaned up. Phil's gone off with his last load. His tractor was acting up there for a minute. It was really, really down on power, but I think it was just the air filter. So we've taken it out and cleaned it out and it seems to be going alrighty now. Right, it's not perfectly clean, but it's the same animals going back in, so I'm not so worried. Just going to move this out of the way. Phil's gone to put the straw chopper on his tractor. I'll take that bucketful down and then load him up. Just move this forward a bit. take that in a minute once we've got the shed ready again. I want to get it all bedded up and let the animals back in before too long. There's a load of muck here on the floor, but we'll just sweep that into a pile in front of this door, and then in the morning it can get shoved up there when we scrape out. Method in the madness. I reckon, oh, there's a post hole. That one's clear. That one's full of juice. I reckon the post will slot in there all right. Handy. Down a bit, you're in. Keep going. It's about to start raining straw. Fair bit of flint in these bales. The good thing about this Lucas chopper is the spout will go 270 degrees or something. It won't let you blow it at your cab, which is good. But you can get everywhere else. We have other times got round bales and just rolled them out and made a bit of a mat underneath. John's actually gone off to get some, but they're up and wind down on our other farm. I'd say that's fairly well bedded. These bales are horrible, they've got so much stone in them. Bad year for bales. Of course, everything got wet, didn't it, at harvest time, so it was all raked and turned and whatever. Yes, cows, you're coming out, don't worry about it. This here now, we won't bother doing anything to until the morning. Scrape all that up. They look well happy. Better take your chain. The cows are all now back on their bedding. They're well happy about it. Phil's going to come down to where we've been tipping the dung with the handler. I'm going to take the last load over there now. He's going to give it all a bigger push up so that tomorrow we can crack straight on in the morning and go again. Just saves a lot of space if you push it up every now and again. Otherwise you end up with lots of gaps between the loads. And then when I get back, I might have a quick look at that Electric Corvus. But there they are, happy old cows. So all that tomorrow will get swept in the passage. That freshly welded yard scrape. Right, just before we have a little play on the Corvus, shut these doors, keep everything out the grain style. I mean, there's a little bird up there. World's slowest door coming down. Right, let's have a look at this chap then. I've not had any tuition on how to drive it. I'm hoping it's fairly self-explanatory. Is the key even in it? Yeah, the key is in it. What's in here then? Did you get like a big boot space? Oh, you do get a bit of a space. That's pretty cool. Assuming it's a tipping bed like the last one. Yes. Gas strut assisted tipping bed. Guessing that's the big battery pack. Now I remember the last one we had, the diesel one, same as Ollie Blog's orange one. What I liked about it was how big the cab was, and it is huge in here. Two-seater, so you get a proper like seat each. Full door on this one as well with a little slidey window, which is pretty cool. So you got four-wheel drive. So I guess we're just into four-wheel drive, diff lock, range or power, depending on what you want to do. So you can either, I guess that's like an eco mode or power mode, and then high and low box. Forward, neutral, reverse. There's nothing else to it, is there? Don't think so. You've got indicators, horn, lights, handbrake down the side. It's nice. Right. On. We've got a little screen. So saying push the brake pedal and switch the key to start position to power up the vehicle. I don't know what that was about. I did exactly the same sequence without the camera on and it worked. So we haven't got any metal to stick you to. Oh, wiper. There you go. You fit in the cup holder, not too bad. Anyway, right. Handbrake off. Reverse. Oh, that is the thing with electric vehicles. They are very responsive. Apparently I've got 100% of range. I don't know what the range is. Go around here and see the cows, shall we? Push their food in for them in a minute. So we need pushing in down here as well. Oh, we're currently in range mode. How do we click that down to power then? Right, now we're in power mode. I wonder what the difference, how noticeable the difference is. Woohoo! This is pretty cool. If we look out of this massive back window, see John's just got back with his load of straw. He's just going to park it in the mid and just the other side of this back wall of this shed. And then we'll use them off the trailer as and when we want to. I'm going to take this thing back to where it's been staying. Park it up. It's quite a little nimble thing. I haven't really had the chance to try it off-road or in the field, which would be the interesting test with it being electric. The one really nice and noticeable difference from our Honda is that it's not got a locked rear axle all the time. Our Honda scrubs and makes it hard to turn and eats tyres and eats fuel. It's very nice that this is unlocked. Oh, it's got daytime running lights on all the time. Pretty cool. Indicators. Right. The Corvus is from Southwest Handling, if anyone has any questions for them about it. Hopefully they're just mucking around and not actually bulling, because that would not be very good if that was to be the case. What do you think about your new seats in, Cal? You good? Heh. Paolo's man. Right, I'm just going to pick up all this stuff they've chucked out the trough, chuck it in, and then that is me nearly done for the day. I've got to go up and feed my calf back Phil's place, back Mables. It is bitterly cold. It's supposed to be freezing, and I mean freezing overnight. I come in the wrong door. Big thank you to anyone who has been watching the videos on our Back My Place channel. If you're watching them and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. We've got a couple thousand subscribers, which is amazing on there, but we're getting like 15, 10, 7,000 views a video. So if you're watching but you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button. Same on this channel here. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, press the subscribe button. It's completely free, doesn't cost you a penny at all, and helps me out. Also, press the like button. Again, free, helps me out loads, easy to do, doesn't take any time. But yeah, I'm gonna have a clean up here. We're gonna clean out the other side of the shed tomorrow. Then we're off to Lama. It's a busy week. Yeah, hopefully I would have seen some of you guys at Lama. This video will come out afterwards, so I can't say see you at Lama anymore. But thanks for watching. Make sure to check out all the links in the description, and we'll see you on another video very soon. Cheerio. Like a drug that I just can't deny.